Hey, what's going on, guys? I've got another video that I'm doing because of my video that I did before. I filmed a video for it and I got messed up. This is one I've been really wanting to do for myself. This is a saber that I've been showing off lately, pictures on my Instagram and stuff like that, and Facebook. This is one of my favorite hilts that I've made over the years. This is one that my very first CFX install happened on. Still has the same exact board, same exact CFX board. I did a full rebuild, rebuilt it to how I wanted it originally. Originally, I wanted a crystal chamber and the works. And when I got the CFX board, I was so excited to get, you know, the new board, being a Plector guy, like the new soundboard in the smooth swing and the features and all that stuff. I was ready. So I cut a lot of corners and I said, all right, I don't need this to the chamber. I don't need this. So just recharge port, boom. And it was fun. I mean, don't get me wrong. I really enjoyed it. But I always felt like I wanted to do a cleaner install of it, just a better job all around, proper wire gauges. I think some of mine were a little off in the beginning. You know, it's a learning process like anything else. I redid a lot. I redid the leather grip. So once I did a commission weathering for a TFU2, I used the leather wrap to kind of try a little different way of wrapping. And I liked it so much that I was like, all right, let's try to see if it'll work on this, which it does. With an MHS body, it's not as thick and fat as I thought it would be. I redid some of the weathering a little bit, not much. Definitely for the leather. I hydrate and weather my leather, and I heat stained the emitter. That's something I always wanted to do. I wasn't doing anything like that at the time when I built this originally, except for I did a custom crystal chamber that I basically had built back then and never finished. Now over time, I've learned to design and 3D print a lot of things, so that's really helped me out on being better at installs and stuff like that. So I designed and 3D printed a switch holder, so I have a micro brass tactile. Originally it was a plastic clunky one, kind of got in the way. It wasn't really that ideal. Now it's a little bit more low profile. And let's get to the good stuff. Oh yeah, baby. What I did was, and I've already showed the close-up look for everyone. I posted the video today on just an up-close look at this thing. This is custom designed and printed by me. It says Scraptech on there. I just thought that was, I was like, whatever, looks kind of cool. And then what I did was, I freaking bedazzled this. I put some copachones up in this bitch. So there are blue copachones on each side, and then three little tiny 3mm ones, I think, that I had on each side there. So I bedazzled this thing. Like, I don't know why I've never put jewels on a chassis before. I was just sitting there and I was like, that makes so much sense. If I can make them work, then I'm gonna do it. And I think it looks really cool. It's very, very different. All these wires, some of them are fake wires just for show, like these two red ones. Some of them are actually like my positive and my data line, and I think a ground wire, because it got really tight and I should have planned it out a lot better. But again, this is trying to rebuild this chamber from, gosh, 3 years ago, more than 3 years ago maybe. Wow, I never thought about that. Probably more than 3 years ago. I did the best I can. You know, obviously you get better over time. I have a lot of wires that tuck up in there, and I took a lot of rods, you know, brass rods and whatnot, and I bent them to make like piping going throughout the chamber. And then I used different bits and pieces to make them bend and look like they touch the crystal. I used the guitar string ends. The very end of a guitar string is a little brass circle that the string wraps around. Cut those, put those into the brass tubes. They usually fit pretty well. Where is it? You can see it somewhere. It's one of my more proud ones. It starts right back here, bends up, goes that way, and then goes up, and then goes in there and touches the crystal. Let's go ahead and cut it out. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Yeah, you can see it in there. It starts here, goes up, goes over, goes up, and then touches the crystal. My speaker might be going out. Whoops. Oh well, let's ride it till it dies. You can see it in the close-up look. It's not going to really focus in. But one thing I have liked doing recently, I will take the UI. If you go into the root directory of your Crystal Focus, which is the main menu, and you have all your fonts, however many you have, and then you have your config files and all that stuff, color text up below it. There is a extras folder. Go into the extras folder, go to the UI. UI is like user interface, I believe, and in there you have all those wave files where it says, you know, spectrum and all the beeps and low battery, energy path critical, or all that stuff. And I was getting kind of tired of it, and I was like, you know what, I want to just have noises. So Rob from Genesis Custom Sabers had a package called Boots to the Head, and I used that a long time ago for boot up sounds and different things. And then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna use those for all the different clicks and switching spectrum mode and blade profiles and all that, because I'm just tired of hearing that woman saying whatever, or a voice, really. Don't cancel me. I love women. Anyways, yeah, I threw all those on there until I was talking to my friend Jesse, Kyberphonic, and he was already like ahead of that. He was like, I've been wanting to do something like that for a while, make a bunch of different, like a package with different noises and whatnot. So I'm very much looking forward to see what he comes up with that. Basically though, we just put it on, and then and then if I go to a different font,
havoc, desolation.
Oh man, these fonts, these K-Sith fonts, the three that he just released, Havoc, Desolation, and Aggression, are sick nasty. If y'all ain't got those yet, you're missing out. And then once you get those, and then if I were to go to blade profiles, it's that noise. So I enjoyed it. I enjoyed that a lot more than your standard, you know, sound bank selection. Like, I don't need to hear that anymore. I'm good. I don't need to hear that again. You know, simple click is okay for me. This thing is loud. Very loud. I used to sample a lot of sound fonts, demo sound fonts with the Saber, because of the sound resonance was just really great. Nothing's changed, boys. She's sick. Someone called the vet because this puppy's sick, you know what I'm saying? All right, so the blade in there, and love this font by Copperphonic. This is Coda by Grayscale, one of the first ones I've tried by him. It's pretty cool. I really like it. Very interesting font. Saber looks really good in the green, obviously. Then again, I say that about a lot of sabers in green. Let's get that ignition one more time. Be dope. Alright, there we go. Really happy to have this one done. A little custom blade plug that I did there. There's some old builds that I want to redo that just need some tender love and care just to rebuild. Really enjoy this one. I'll be showing it an awful lot more again, doing maybe some more sound, file demos just for old time's sake. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, I love it. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next video.
Who's scruffy looking?